Good day children, we have already started the chapter, The Meeting Pool. This is the story of the boyhood days where we see the narrator Rusty and their friends were making a pledge to meet at the pool after 10 years. At the very beginning of the story, we have seen that Rusty heard the sound of water at the bottom of the hill. He wanted to touch and see it. After finding it out, he directly went and shared his thought, his new invention with his friends. His friends came to see it also. So from here we have come to know that he was a boy who loved nature and was not stopped even though it was about to rain. So in our next paragraph, we will see that Anil used to bring a bed sheet from his mother's laundry and they stretched it across one end of the stream. They were trying to catch the fish, but they are unable to do it. So in this paragraph, we are seeing that they often meet and have fun in swimming. Other than that, they try hard to catch the fish, but they were not able to catch the fish properly. One day, what happened, you know? One day, Anil explodes the one rocky side with the gunpowder. As a result, he gets trapped in the explosion. Thank God, he was saved by Rusty and Somi. And another day, they planned to build a dam on one side to deepen the pool. But due to the torrential rain, it gets washed away. In the next paragraph, we will see that other than basic fun, wrestling with one another was their prime pastime activity. They also rode buffaloes until thrown away in the muddy water. They would come there so often after the school. At times, they would come there at night and remain involved with the serenity of the nature. So from this paragraph, what we have come to know, that they caught fish at the pool. They also wrestled on a strip of sand and rode a couple of buffaloes that came to drink in the muddy water. They would sit on the buffaloes, kick and yell and urge them forward. They would even go to the pool at night and bath by the moonlight. In the next paragraph, we will see that Somi would even sing in deep pleasant voice. It is another good feature of Somi. In our last class, we have come to know that Somi was very expert in swimming. He was an excellent swimmer. Today we have come to know that he is also a very good singer. And here, Somi would even sing in deep pleasant voice and float Mongolia blossoms down the moonlit stream. Like this way, their days were going on. But we know that time changes everything, right? So at last they got separated. Their ways were different with the time and they were into different work. And here we will see that after about a year, Somi passed his matriculation examination and he entered military school. So before that we have already discussed that when they were children, at that time they used to have fun by sitting near the pool. They always played with each other. They simultaneously studied also, right? But here we know that time changes. So at last, after the matriculation examination, Somi took admission in a military school. And Rusty met him about 3 years ago when he had a fierce and very military moustache. And on the other side, we will see that Anil has involved in himself in a conventional occupation, but it was not at all predictable because he was quite different, we know. But on the other side, the narrator has not yet involved himself in any kind of occupation or activity. So that is why he was thinking about their pledge, and he was the only one who was trying to keep it. In the next paragraph is very important, because here we are going to get the idea whether they will be able, or whether they will come to meet with their friends or not. Here we will see that one day what happened, that it was the month of April. He just the narrator Rusty was just strolling around, and he again visited to that pool, but he could not find the pool. He found the ravine and the bed of shingle, but there was no water. The stream had changed its course just as we had changed ours. It is one of the most important lines, because with the passage of the time, the river had changed its way. Similarly, Rusty and his friends, their ways are also different now. When they were children, they used to meet regularly, but now they have grown up. They are into different work, so they are trying to maintain their responsibility which are given them right now. So here we are getting some point. So I'm just going to recall all these points to you. When Rusty went back to the pool, he could not find the pool. He did find the ravine and the bed of shingles, but there was no water. The stream had changed its course. Rusty was very disappointed as he waited for his friends at the ravine for 2 or 3 hours, but no one came. He thought that his friends must have been with his unit and Anil occupied with the business of living. Rusty thought that they both might have families. It was he who had not grown up. He was still expecting the same friendship and fun from them. Rusty thought that his friends were preoccupied with their livelihood and career, and that is why they had no time to keep the pledge they had undertaken when they were young. Right? So here we have seen that he got very much depressed when he was not getting any scope to meet his friends once again. Right? So here it was, and we have also come to know about Rusty, that it was only he who was without a family and had bothered to go and wait for his friends at pool. Okay, so when he was standing near the pool and when he was waiting for his friends, he heard the splashing of water and shouting of boys. But he was just standing over there and he was looking after them. They did not see him. Means the boys who were playing in the pool, they were not looking Rusty. They were not looking after Rusty. But Rusty was behind the shadow of the trees and watched them play. Actually, he did not see them. Means Rusty did not see them. He was seeing Somi and Anil and the comfort living buffaloes. What does it mean? It means that he was recollecting the memories of the past. Means when they were young, at that time they used to come and used to play at the same place. Right now this place was the same, but their place have been changed. In their place some children came and they played and they were playing. So he was very much upset. He was very much depressed and he was standing still. So here I would like to tell you one thing at the very end of the story, students. That is, it might happen in your life also. At present you make many plans with your friends for future. But as we know that time changes. So with the time you will also be into different work. So sometimes you will also forget to keep your promise. So this is all about the story. I hope you have understood what I have discussed in the last two classes. In our next class, I will discuss the question answer. Thank you so much.